The ConocoPhillips Youth of Distinction Awards is a program of Youth Central, which is a charitable nonprofit organization dedicated to inspiring, engaging, celebrating the youth through community participation. And this afternoon, we are recognizing some of the most phenomenal youth that live in our city here in Calgary. And let me tell you just how exceptional and unique the ConocoPhillips Youth of Distinction Awards are. Firstly, none of the awards given out today are based on academic achievement. In fact, they recognize youth for the amazing ways in which they've chosen to live. It's an important statement. Honoring youth in the following categories: arts and culture, sportsmanship, leadership, environmentalism group, environmentalism individual, peer support, advocacy, perseverance, and volunteerism. And secondly, these awards are planned and the recipients are selected by a truly amazing steering committee of youth. The 2012 steering committee is made up of 14 wonderful members, all between the ages of 14 and 18, who, under the guidance of program coordinator Jennifer Atkinson, have been very busy planning this ceremony for you today, since September in fact, and have dedicated over 300 hours to the program. In 2012, the steering committee received an astonishing 269 nominations. Now that was an increase of over 50% from last year. The selection of recipients took the committee over 15 hours of deliberation. So as we celebrate the truly remarkable youth with us today, you are going to hear the incredible journey of the top 3 youth or group of youth in each of the 9 categories. The recipients have been kept secret until today. As mentioned before, the program could not have happened without the amazing support and encouragement of ConocoPhillips Canada. I would like to acknowledge them one more time, so thank you very much for being a part of this as well. At this point, I would ask that Tim Bryant, Barb Simic, Shalisa, and Carol please come to the stage, if you will. Put down your fork. These individuals I just mentioned are here to present the first award of the afternoon, the Leadership Award, sponsored by ConocoPhillips Canada. Please again welcome committee members Shalisa, Carol, Tim Bryant, and Barb Simic with ConocoPhillips Canada.
We're so pleased to be able to recognize the 3 phenomenal finalists in the Leadership Award 2012. Let's hear more about them. The Leadership Award is given to a youth who has chosen to take a leadership role in bringing positive change to their school or community. This youth will have demonstrated responsibility and drive, as well as initiative in starting new projects and programs.
We know that every YODA nominee and the recipients here today are the leaders of tomorrow. Here are the nominees for the Leadership Award.
Sir Winston Churchill High School student Ayat Saleh believes that change comes gradually. Ayat is a coordinator of the Heart and Stroke Foundation Club, student council, and school leadership team. She also coordinates Right to Learn, a youth in action group that raises funds for Free the Children, and a member of the United Nations Association of Canada Ripple Effect Group.
Dedication and things like that I learned from my friends and my teachers. Like, a lot of my teachers have helped me reach that position, and they were the ones that inspired me to, work that hard or spend that much time on different things, because I see them doing it, and so I learn, I guess they act as role models for me. Everybody that I've met in school, outside of school, or everywhere has really influenced me to becoming who I really am, and helping me, be the person I am today. So, thank you.
17-year-old Shane Scott acts locally and globally to enhance youth voice and works to empower others to do the same. He is one of the co-founders of Forest Lawn High School's Principals Advisory Council and was a key organizer in their anti-bullying campaign. Shane has also spearheaded a gay-straight alliance at the school. At this year's Alberta Education Speak Out Conference, Shane will teach a session about raising awareness of issues for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students in Alberta's classrooms.
Just recently I took a big leadership role in starting the Gay Straight Alliance at my school, and I kind of took it under my wing and really played a large part in the leadership role. And I think it's hard at any high school to do that, especially with such a touchy issue like a gay straight alliance. And so I think it's hard work, but it's well worth it. I think that every little experience you have adds up to create your character and who you are. And so I think every time I step up to start something or take part in something or take lead of a group in class, it all adds to my character, and I have that to fall back on. It creates like a backup skills for me, and it's something to lean back onto.
As a junior high student and newcomer to Canada, Jovi Sharma was bullied by his classmates. He joined a group with the Bridge Foundation and began volunteering with Youth Central, where he found a more positive environment. And it was here that Jovi made his commitment to educating others about equality and making a difference in your community. Jovi joined the Multicultural Youth Action with the Canadian Red Cross, and now gets everyone around him interested in issues like poverty, recycling, or children being used as soldiers in war-torn countries.
Very recently, I was at the International Youth Leadership Summit, and this was my first workshop that I led. And I think when people ask you questions and you just know everything that they're asking you, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm having an impact on them because they seem engaged. So one of my main goals in life is to have an impact on someone, that they feel inspired by me and do something because of something that I did.
ConocoPhillips is committed to supporting youth now, as we know this will strengthen communities today and in the future. Congratulations to all YODA nominees and Leadership Award recipients.
So the recipient of this year's Leadership Award is Shane Scott. Please come up.
Congratulations, Shane. Well done. Now to present the award for Environmentalism Individuals, sponsored by ConocoPhillips Canada. Please welcome Nicole and Kevin, along with Tim Bryant and Barb Simmons.
Thank you very much. Now it's time to learn about some great green young people. Let's take a look at the finalists for the Environmentalist Individual Award and learn about all the great green things that they're doing. The Environmentalism Individual Award is given to a youth who is committed to improving the environment and reducing environmental degradation.
At ConocoPhillips, we are working to be recognized as a leader in environmental performance. As part of this goal, we are actively involved in many environmental literacy programs and initiatives that encourage and help prepare youth to be environmental stewards. Here are the nominees for the Environmental Award.
On a daily basis, grade 11 student Danielle Tobert reduces her environmental impact by choosing alternative methods of transportation, is careful of the products and resources she uses, is fierce about recycling, and influences her friends and family to make more environmentally friendly choices. She is a member of the Crescent Heights Eco Club and plans to continue to volunteer for environmental issues and pursue a Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies.
What inspired me first thing was my teacher in grade 10. His name was Mr. Dave Ginther, and he was really passionate about environmentalism and globalization. And it just inspired me so much that I just took it up so quickly. I joined the Eco Club, and I'm actually planning to take an environmental studies course in university. I'm hoping to get my environmental studies Bachelor's of Arts or Bachelor of Science from U of Vic or University of Waterloo, and then I want to work with some organizations to make them more ethical and more environmentally friendly.
West Island College student Mila Mezzi is a member of the TD Youth Earth Ambassadors, as well as her school's Roots and Shoots Club. Through Roots and Shoots, Mila has organized and participated in many projects, including a screening of the Cove and petition against dolphin slaughter. Mila also helped her school obtain a $10,000 grant from BP Energy that is being used to implement a renewable energy education program at her school, which she is currently leading.
I really believe in kind of combining small factors and large factors. So kind of individually, I kind of do my part with little things to help the environment, just simple things like biking, taking public transit when I can, and carpooling. I don't really believe in pushing environmental education on people. I think it kind of generates a lot of apathy because there is a lot of negativity that you can see, and people will you'll throw a bunch of stats at them and they'll lose hope and say, oh, what's the point? There's no way we're going to change this. So I think it's really more about leading by example and kind of just doing small actions to generate questions, I guess, because then when you're questioned, people will question you, and then you'll tell them why you're doing it, and maybe it'll inspire them to do the same.
Sheetal Patel joined the Western Canada High School Environment Club in grade 10, and now in grade 12 she is a co-president. She is also a co-chair of the TD Youth Earth Ambassadors. She leads and plans environmental events, including helping a junior high develop a proper recycling program, numerous garbage pickups, and Yellowfish Road projects. After high school, Sheetal plans on traveling and learning about the environment while volunteering, and then pursuing a career in environmental studies.
I'm a huge supporter of local needs and living off the land and really not being very materialistic. And so I think that if you take care of the environment, it offers so much more. And it offers you a better future and a healthier lifestyle. It's not necessarily about changing the world, but I think it's about taking that initiative and being aware, and every step counts and every person counts. And I think together, if we kind of reunite and have a common goal and vision, that changes are possible, and that, our future will be more prosperous and better.
This award supports individuals who are not only making changes, but who will initiate sustainable change. These are today and tomorrow's environmental leaders who will ultimately make a long-lasting difference in their community. Congratulations to the nominees and the recipient of the Environmental Award.
And the recipient of the Environmentalism Individual Award goes to Sheetal Patel.
This new category for 2012 received so many amazing nominations from those involved in theater, dance, arts, and more. Let's take a look at our top 3 finalists.
The Arts and Culture Award is given to a youth who demonstrates a passion for arts and culture and shows their commitment to helping others understand the importance of arts in the community.
Calgary 2012, the cultural capital of Canada, is thrilled to be able to sponsor this first-year Youth of Distinction Arts and Culture Awards. Calgary is a young, vibrant, dynamic city with an incredible arts and culture scene. Nowhere else could that be seen more clearly than the nominees here today. Congratulations to you all. We look forward to hearing your voices in the future of Calgary's culture for years to come.
Gordy Beingasner is one of the most dedicated volunteers at the Loose Moose Theatre Company. He regularly volunteers up to 20 hours per week at the theatre. He is there every weekend, helping with the front of house, backstage, running lights, and performing. He's consistently at classes and has made huge strides in becoming a skilled improviser. Many of the senior players rank Gordy as a top up-and-comer with a bright future in acting.
I think it's important to volunteer because, there's a lot of motivation behind getting paid, but if you're doing something you love, I don't think you need to have the motion of getting paid behind it. So it's nice to find something that you can do that doesn't require money. There's a lot of stuff out there that's like, oh, there's 8 billion people, you'll never make it. But I think it's just about just having something different about yourself that it really helps, and kind of just, even if you don't make it, you're doing what you love, and it makes me happy, so that's why I do it. Yeah.
Mayor's Youth Council member Nandini Thogurapalli is the founder of One Art, a project that fosters teamwork in children through collaborative art. Through One Art, Nandini is engaged in groups such as Millennium Kids in Care and the Bonus Division of the Boys and Girls Club. Nandini also explores issues of artistic opportunity for youth, participating in forums like Calgary's 2012 Art and Youth Forum, hosted by the Michael Jean Foundation.
It's interesting to see that with a lot of modern art, we're starting to see social and political commentary come out of them. And it's very like literature and, you know, other sort of artistic facets, so to speak. And so that's really interesting to see that come out. I think it's also a way for communities to connect with each other. I think art is special in that it fundamentally demands empathy. When you look at an art piece, you're connecting with that artist and you're connecting with them in a way that is so genuine. If you ever ask someone to define art and culture, I mean, what is it really? It's such a, it's not just canvases on the wall. I mean, it's such an intangible sort of a medium of communication, and in that way we can really harness it for social change, and I hope that people are inspired to do that.
Sarah Troy Clark is a passionate singer-songwriter who has now released 4 CDs independently. It was Sarah's idea to create Youthopia, an annual event now in its 3rd year. She wanted to create an opportunity for young artists to perform on a professional stage. Sarah curates the event and even raises funds to cover expenses. She also coaches other young musicians and emerging artists within the community at no charge to them.
It's allowed me to find something within me that I can create, and I think that's like one of the most amazing things in life you can do, is like to create something that is completely yours and that in a way is like a piece of you. And through arts and culture and through music, it has allowed me to become absolutely in love with something that is really like good for you, even if it's through like I said, art or through music or through sports, or like just to find something that you're passionate about. That way, when life kind of, you know, nips you in the butt a little bit, you've got something to fall back on and something that you can just say you really, really love.
Congratulations to all of you and all of the leaders of tomorrow that will bring our cultural voice forward.
And the very first recipient of the Arts and Culture Award is Sarah Troy Clark.
Congratulations, Sarah. Well, we do have a few more awards to come to perform for you, though. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, we have a little entertainment for you as well. Is a Bhangra youth dance group called Versa Punjab Da. Now, they will be performing a traditional dance from the province of Punjab in India. This group of gentlemen have been performing together for 3 years at a number of competitions and events across the province. And if they are ready, they are. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Versa Punjab Da. Rasa Punjab Da. Yes, that was amazing. Thank you, guys. The next award to be presented is the Advocacy category, sponsored by Rogers. And to present this award, I'd like you to please welcome Miss Henny Hume, Executive Director of Youth Central, and committee members Amy and Shine. If you can make your way up here right now, please. Thank you very much.
The Advocacy Award is a fantastic category filled with nominees who passionately stand up for what they believe in, and we're excited to present the award for 2012. Let's take a look at the finalists. The Advocacy Award is given to a youth who has committed time and energy lending their voice to a cause and bringing about change.
Rogers is humbled to be presenting the Advocacy Award. The nominees this year exemplify the strength and courage our youth possess. You're a shining example for your peers, true leaders with the resolve, dedication, and heart to achieve what you know is right, no matter how difficult. The nominees for the Advocacy Award are:
Supporting cancer research has motivated 17-year-old Judy Ju for many years. It started in elementary school, when she grew her hair for wig donations. In junior high, she canvassed for the Lung Association. At Sir Winston Churchill High School, Judy is co-president of Young Cups, a school organization that involves students in the CIBC Run for a Cure event. She also organized a Shave Your Head campaign, where she raised over $6,000 for cancer research from door-to-door campaigning.
I was so surprised by the amount of support and by how friendly my neighbors were to me when I said, "Oh, I'm going to shave my head." They're like, "Oh, you're going to shave your head," and they were just so, excited for me, and it made me realize that, wow, Calgary is such a great city, and my community isn't as separated as I thought it was. So that was just a very valuable thing that I learned through my fundraising efforts. Yeah.
As an executive member of the Amnesty International Club at Western Canada High School, Prudence Itica has declared March as Women's Rights Month. She is leading a group of 60 students to spread awareness about women's rights. Prudence comes from an African country where women are not respected, and beating is the norm. Because of Prudence's personal understanding of the violations of women's rights, it has pushed her to become the voice for those who are victimized. Prudence believes it is her duty to put an end to it, and to let people know about the injustices and the voice women and girls face on a daily basis.
I hope to kill apathy. That's my biggest issue. It's just people who don't care. And it's so frustrating to see people who don't care. Because it's this will affect you somehow in some shape or form. Maybe not you, but someone you like or someone you care about, someone you know. A lot of people, their biggest excuse sometimes is just oh, I don't know. And it's if you're telling people about these things, at least now you're giving them the option. Now you know it's up to you. What are you going to do with this information? You can't, claim ignorance anymore. It's it's up to you now. We have a duty to other human beings around the world, and it's all I can do is just, keep speaking, pretty much, just keep talking, using my voice, and encourage others to do the same.
Grade 12 student Yara Hatab has been an executive member for the past 2 years in Amnesty International Club, but has led the club to focus their aim on spreading awareness about human rights violations in our world. When Yara organized an event which brought awareness about the human rights violations in Palestine, she was faced with an entire community mistaking the project as being biased and considered not safe for the student population. On the day of the event, Yara and her team were told that the project had been shut down due to complaints because of the nature and issue the event touched on. The Amnesty International Club was silenced. But from this silence, it brought awareness to people all over Calgary of the issues faced by Palestinians.
Going into high school, you have to realize that our problems are probably so small compared to what's going on in the world. So by joining these causes, or when someone asks you, hey, can you sign this letter, do it, because your signature might be one day, it may one day change something, and just don't underestimate what you can do. Politicians have told us that one letter could be, it feels like 200 or 2,000 voices are talking to them. So don't underestimate what a letter can do, what word of mouth can do, and maybe simply a post on Facebook or a tweet on Twitter can do.
Congratulations to the nominees and the recipient of the Advocacy Award. On behalf of Rogers and the entire community, I would like to thank you for your conviction and relentless determination in the pursuit of worthwhile causes.
And the recipient for the Advocacy Award is Judy Ju.
Congratulations, Judy. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. If you would please welcome now committee members Rose and Serena. Please make your way up here to present the Environmentalism Group Award. It is sponsored by TD Friends of the Environment Foundation. And please also welcome Lindsay McRae from TD Canada Trust.
The finalists in this category are some very eco-friendly groups that work together to make the world a better place. Let's take a look at what they've been up to.
The Environmentalism Group Award is given to a group of youth who are committed to improving the environment and reducing environmental degradation.
At TD, we strive to be the green bank through more than just the color of our logo. Our goal is to become an environmental leader among our peers, and there are many ways we put this into action. We're reducing our operational impact and pioneering projects that have community benefits. TD was proud to be the first large North American-based bank to declare that our business operations were carbon neutral. And by the end of 2012, we're committed to being paper neutral by offsetting the paper that we use through planting or protecting forested areas. We've also been green through our TD Friends of the Environment Foundation. Since 1990, TD Friends of the Environment Foundation has provided more than $57 million in funding to 20,000 projects across Canada. We recognize that when it comes to building a greener future, it starts by investing in our young people. We're proud to recognize the nominees for this year's Group Environmentalism Award. These are all young people who are committed to helping to preserve the environment and step out as leaders to make a positive impact on the community.
The members of the Eco Club at Lester B. Pearson High School hope to create a more sustainable environment starting within their school, homes, and community, with the belief that change starts locally but can widen with time. They run activities that promote a greener school, including Bin It to Win It, Get Caught Recycling, and the Golden Broom Award. They also organized and participated in a community cleanup event and promote the reduction of electricity used in classrooms.
We really encourage environmental awareness around our school and our community because we try to involve our friends and classmates in supporting the recycling initiatives. And with the community cleanup, that shows awareness around the community as well, not only in the school.
We all have the same vision of trying to make Pearson a greener and more environmentally friendly place.
The Western Canada High School Environment Club consists of a large group of students that gather at lunchtime to discuss and plan environmental events. They strive to raise awareness of issues locally as well as globally through events like the Green Life Challenge, Bike In, Adopt a Park, battery recycling, eco movies, and more.
Overall, being more environmentally conscious, environmentally friendly, it's just a lifestyle that is healthier for everyone, for yourself, for people around you, for the environment, for animals in the wild, trees.
Even though every individual doing one little thing can make a difference, if they get together and organize themselves, then you can work to make greater change and get more people involved.
To be eco-friendly is a responsibility that you have to society, to not ruin the environment, to protect the living things, especially in Calgary, Alberta.
The TD Youth Earth Ambassadors is a committee of youth who are representing their school's environment club. These youth recognize the power of many, and by sitting on the committee they are working together to create change. Last year, the group spearheaded the Green Life Challenge, a project where youth track their eco-footprint. They also organized a Green Youth Gathering, an interactive conference with engaging speakers who were hands-on in explaining the environmental issues.
One of the reasons it's really important for people to be environmentally conscious is because nowadays in our society, people are growing more and more to just not care about things. Apathy is a big rising trend, and people just don't want to care about things anymore.
I'm surrounded by such wonderful people that are amazing role models for me, and I've learned so much and done so many cool things that I never would have gotten to do previously, so it's opened up many opportunities for me, and I've had a lot of fun doing it.
Congratulations to all the nominees from all of us here at the TD Friends of the Environment Foundation.
And the recipient of the Environmentalism Group Award is
the TD Youth Earth Ambassadors.
Congratulations. I would like now to invite committee members Sasha and Carrie, please. Sasha and Carrie, as well as Penny Hume from Youth Central to present the Perseverance Award. This sponsored by Rogers.
We're absolutely honored to present the Perseverance Award of 2012 as it is one of our most inspirational categories. Without further ado, let's introduce our finalists.
The Perseverance Award is given to a youth who has proven that personal initiative and determination can overcome any form of adversity.
We at Rogers are proud to present the Perseverance Award. All of the nominees this year have achieved great things while facing tremendous challenges and adversity. All are inspiring examples that prove today's youth are resilient, strong, and dedicated to achieving their goals. These are the nominees for the Perseverance Award.
Originally from war-torn Burundi, 17-year-old Ernest Dushime has spent most of his life fleeing conflict. When the civil war escalated, his family of 14 siblings and his mother were forced to flee. After it was safe to return home, Ernest discovered that his father had been killed in the conflict. In the subsequent fighting, Ernest lost 7 siblings. When his home was raided, Ernest hid under the bed with his mother and remaining siblings. They were ultimately pulled out by soldiers, and his mother was ruthlessly killed in front of her children. Shortly after, Ernest's uncle took the family, and together they fled Burundi and traveled through Rwanda, Uganda, and Kenya before finally settling in Canada in 2006. Now as a community outreach assistant for the YMCA, Ernest uses his understanding of conflict and loss to help others who have also experienced trauma or transition.
When I was back home, I faced a lot of things that ruined my life. When I got here, I thought I was coming to heaven. I was in heaven, and all I wanted to do was my own thing. I was on the street for a few days. I was a really, really bad boy. I was terrible. So when I moved to Calgary, everything changed. I was a different man but now, and I had a lot of help from a lot of people behind me. My family, my manager, my soccer teammates, everyone was around me, and they helped me change and to the man I am today. The advice that I give to someone that's at the same situation I've been in, I'll tell them that to believe in themselves and to know that there's a lot of people out there that can help them. Just believe.
At 14 years old, Kayla Bennett came out as a lesbian. She was ostracized by close family members. After grade 9, Kayla got involved with drugs and alcohol. Kayla became homeless, and several times a week she would get high on ecstasy with a close friend who would use cocaine, ketamine, and several other substances. This caused her friend to develop a seizure disorder and passed away shortly afterward. Kayla knew she didn't want that for herself and began the long and challenging path to sobriety. Now at Discovering Choices High School, Kayla has become a role model amongst her peers. She was a leader in raising $5,000 for the Kids Cancer Care Foundation, even shaving her head for the cause.
I've learned that I'm pretty strong, actually. I've learned that I've had a lot of determination and a lot of willpower, for sure. That's just, I have a lot of charisma as well, and I have a very strong character, and I've kind of learned to come to terms with that and kind of find myself throughout all my experiences, so yeah, for sure. I've learned a lot. A lot of times I'm not so good with my words, but it's my actions towards people, the vibes I give them in a more comforting kind of way, but I always, if I don't know what to say, I just kind of jump on them and just give them like a really, really big, gigantic hug, so. But, I don't know, just kind of make it through it, really. Stand your ground and don't really let anybody knock you down. I don't know. It's basically what I tell everyone. Toughen up. You can do it.
16-year-old Rayleigh Boss's struggles with clinical depression and ADHD led her down a dark path to drug and alcohol abuse. By the time she was 12, she was an addict. If that wasn't enough to handle, she was sexually assaulted at 12 years old and left pregnant. She realized she was too young to give the baby the life it deserved, and an abortion was not an option for her. So she gave the baby to her aunt and uncle to adopt. She started focusing on school, and after dealing with the death of a few friends from drug overdoses and overdosing herself, she made the difficult decision to sober up and stay clean.
When I was 6 months pregnant, I came up with the idea because my Auntie Christine and Uncle Gord, they tried for 15 years to have kids. Like, they've been married for a long time. And they were always so good with me when I was growing up, when I visited Winnipeg and stuff. And they are awesome people. And I just kind of came up with the idea, like, well, why don't they adopt him? And my mom was like, that's a really good idea. So I kind of gave them the best Christmas present of their life. From my life, I've learned that I'm a really strong individual and I can overcome anything that life throws in front of me. And I just won't back down, and I'll always get back up.
On behalf of Rogers, I would like to congratulate all of the nominees and the recipient of the Perseverance Award. It's a privilege and an honor to showcase all of these great achievements.
And the recipient of the Perseverance Award is Ernest Duchemay.
How can you not be moved by some of the stories you are hearing today? Pretty amazing stuff, folks. Well, we have a few remaining awards to take care of this afternoon, but we thought we'd have a little flash of entertainment, if you will, from a couple of hip-hop dancers. Yeah, we got it all here. So I would invite Tony Tran, Sabrina Naz, and Chrysia Carlos, if you don't mind. The floor is yours, ladies and gentlemen.
thrilled to give out the Peer Support Award for 2012. The nominees in this category are what true mentors are made of. Let's take a look.
The Peer Support Award is given to a youth who has demonstrated selflessness in regards to bringing about positive change for their peers. This youth will have demonstrated compassion and kindness, as well as the qualities anyone could ask for in a best friend at the moment you need them the most.
At RBC, we're proud to support education initiatives and award ceremonies that recognize outstanding young people in our community. That is why we are honored to sponsor the Peer Support Award. And now, the nominees for the Peer Support Award are...
It doesn't matter if you're a stranger or his friend. If grade 12 student Damien McNulty sees that you aren't having the best day, he will stand up for you and do everything in his power to make sure that you are safe and happy. For example, when his nominator and friend Chantel was going through a tough time in her life and dealing with an abusive relationship, fighting with her parents and not attending school, Damon was the person she could turn to. He would drop everything to comfort her and helped her get her life back on track.
I help my friends by being there for them as often as I can, lending them a hand whenever they need it, or helping them through, like, when they're going through a hard time. I think it's really important to stand by your friends, like, even if you know that they're making good or bad decisions, you should stand by them, and even if that means standing by them and showing them how, like, why you think their decisions are bad or something, I don't think you should ever turn your back on any of them.
17-year-old Nilofer Hasanova was bullied and picked on before she learned to stand up for herself. Now, she's doing everything she can to make sure none of her peers go through the same thing. She knows that a kind word can make someone's day, so she compliments her peers constantly. She has had friends tell her that she stopped them from committing suicide, and they now look at life in a different way. Nilofer is also part of the NOW program, where she helps newcomers adjust to life in Canada.
I do really believe in peer support. Like, I do really believe in helping others and getting help and making sure that I'm there for everyone and people are there for each other, because I don't really think the world would really function without people being there for each other and helping each other out. Actually, the biggest thing that motivates me is the fact that when I came here, I didn't really get much help. Just adjusting to a new country was hard enough, and I guess kids, you know, oh, new kid, let's make fun of her, let's pick on her kind of thing, and it just kind of always motivates me to help other people, because I don't really want anybody to go through what I kind of went through, being, you know, having a hard time adjusting to a new country as is and learning a new language and not making friends. So it just kind of motivates me to help people. And honestly, as cheesy as it may sound, I like seeing the smile on people's faces when I help them, because it's like, oh, cool, I just made you happy.
Sir Winston Churchill High School student Sikta Samantre is involved in a variety of community outreach programs covering children, youth, and seniors. At Girl Power, she's the recreational leader for underprivileged girls. She plans and conducts activities to boost their confidence and self-esteem. At Amman, she spent a month conducting creative workshops for the orphans in Egypt, inspiring them to learn in a collaborative environment. At Big Brothers Big Sisters and Calgary Immigrant Women's Association, she mentors youth and elementary children. And through Project Friday, she assists the autistic and disadvantaged children in a literacy program.
Something that was really significant for me was when I helped my best friend through her mom's cancer. She went through a lot of depression and she just wasn't able to focus, and I thought that it was my responsibility as her best friend to help her get out. Everyone should just support their peers or be involved in their community. It's a great way, because we're so privileged to be in a country like Canada, and I think it should be our responsibility to give back and help in no matter what way we can.
On behalf of all of my colleagues at RBC, congratulations to all the nominees, and a special congratulations to this year's recipient.
Drum roll, please. No? There you go.
And the recipient of the Peer Support Award is Nilofer Hasanova.
Nicole and Carrie. Nicole and Carrie, make your way up here and to present the Volunteerism Award. Volunteerism Award sponsored by the Rotary Club of Calgary East are Nicole and Carrie, along with Karen Lasharite. Come on up.
We are so excited to present the Volunteerism Award for 2012. Let's take a look at the finalists.
The Volunteerism Award is to be given to a youth who is truly selfless and dedicated to helping others. Though not necessarily in a leadership role, this youth has shown commitment to bettering their community by volunteering their time to a cause they are passionate about.
On behalf of our club, I would like to say how proud we are to be the sponsor of the Youth of Distinction Volunteerism Award for the 4th year in a row. We believe youth that volunteer have a better understanding of the needs of their community, and they are able to gain new skills and talents through volunteering. The Rotary Club of Calgary East would like to congratulate all of the nominees for the Youth of Distinction Volunteerism Award. We would like to commend you for all of the time you give back to your communities. And the nominees are...
On average, grade 10 student Brianne Barlow spends about 9 hours a week assisting many different organizations and causes in and outside of Calgary. She has coordinated a school-wide event called Pennies for Patients, which raised over $7,000 for leukemia research in patients in Canada. She also promotes Project Love, an organization that focuses on giving school supplies to students in Africa. She has collected over 200 bags of school supplies for Ethiopian students.
I think my favorite volunteering experience is going to the Mustard Seed. I really like it because you get to hear all the people's stories, you get to interact with them and just hear how much perseverance they have and stuff, and like how much hope you give them even coming and volunteering with them. I think I'm motivated to volunteer because I like seeing how much it can help people and how much I can change the world, because I know even just the smallest little thing can change a person's life.
At the age of 3, Lukeman Moose moved to Africa for 6 years. Luke helped his grandmother cook food for the community to battle starvation. Then, as a 15-year-old living in Malaysia, Luke volunteered at a camp targeted to high needs and at-risk kids who were suffering from economic hardship. Now at 19 and living in Calgary, Luke has sought local volunteer initiatives like volunteering at the Foothills Hospital with immigrant youth and on the Discovering Choices Youth Council.
I volunteer with the elders, age of 70-year-olds. We play games and we play Wii together. They always beat me, but I get competitive sometimes. Yeah, it's just fun. It's like the last year, so I just want to be there with them, comfort them, yeah. Well, when you see other people happy, it makes you, it's contagious, right? So you just smile too. Yeah, I like helping others, and it makes me feel like I'm doing what good citizens supposed to do. So just like helping others, it makes me feel great.
18-year-old Naveed Kausar has volunteered at the Calgary Public Library for nearly 4 years and is a peer leader with the Calgary Bridge Foundation. Naveed also feels strongly connected to his school, Cousin Heights, and he is a part of the Cousin Heights track and field, cross country, fitness training club, and badminton club, as well as the editor for the school newspaper. He strives to positively portray his school's community.
In my school, Crescent Heights, I've seen the past volunteers that have put in extreme amounts of dedication. They take immense efforts to go all over the world, and they put in so much effort to make people's lives better, and that inspires me to do the things I can. Volunteering makes me feel like that I am doing something meaningful, and well, yeah, essentially that does make me feel good, because it makes me feel like I am actually in fact giving back to the people that actually have supported me all through my life. So it's a very meaningful thing to do, I think.
Congratulations to the nominees and the recipient of the Volunteerism Award.
And the recipient of the 2012 Volunteerism Award is Brianne Barlow.
Congratulations, Brianne. The final award being presented today is for sportsmanship. And to present the award for sportsmanship, please welcome Shaliza and Darren.
We are so excited to present the new, now let me reiterate that word, new Sportsmanship Award for 2012. Let's take a look at the finalists.
The Sportsmanship Award is given to a youth who is passionate about athletics and demonstrates sportsmanlike qualities such as mentorship, coaching, planning, and enthusiasm. Throughout high school, Armin Ruhi has been involved in a sport in every season. Even if he does not make the team, he volunteers to help with the program. Armin started a Facebook page for Crescent Athletics on his own volition and updates it constantly. He has done so much for Crescent Heights High School athletics program that they created an award for him called the Spirit and Dedication Award.
I guess when I entered high school, I was initially not as involved in many programs, but being involved in sports gave me confidence to meet new people, to be involved in other things. It helped me just gain a confidence and skills. Also helped me participate in other areas. I guess I once again found myself fortunate that I was given the chance to be involved in sports, and it's really helped me as an individual, and I'm really hoping I can contribute back to the community through coaching, volunteering, scorekeeping, and also officiating.
Grade 12 student Haley Jean Lindgren is passionate about athletics, in particular basketball. Unfortunately, a knee injury has kept Haley Jean from playing on any school sport team since her grade 10 year. However, this has not kept her away from athletics. She is the president of Casey's Spirit Council at Bishop Carroll High School and has dedicated hundreds of hours volunteering to make this council a success. She is also manager of the junior girls basketball team and mentors a boy with a learning disability, tandem bike riding with him for hours on weekends to help improve his balance.
Being part of the basketball program at Bishop Carroll has taught me to be able to tell myself that just because I am not able to do something physically doesn't mean that I can't be involved at all. And I think that's really helped me, because with basketball, it's pretty much my whole life. It's basketball and school. Just being out at games and cheering on the teams, whether it's a school team or a community team, whatever it is, you can be sportsmanlike as long as you have a positive attitude about the games that you're going to, and the whole idea of being active and getting your peers to be active as well.
17-year-old Jordan Crowell donates his time to help coach community basketball and is a positive role model for youth. He always has the best interests of his teammates in mind, and his chosen position of setter in volleyball and point guard in basketball to reflect this ideal. In grade 11, when there were discipline issues on his basketball team and proper sportsmanship was not shown, he chose not to participate and took a stand against it. He earned the respect of many by standing his ground for what he believed in, even though it meant he would not be participating in his favorite sport.
I've always played the playmaker on all those teams, whether it be volleyball as setter, rugby, fly half was who always calls the plays, basketball point guard, and kind of the mediator between coaches and players to ensure that everyone's having a good time and to make sure that our team goals are being met as a team, and also that our individual goals are happening. So that's kind of, I guess, my role. At the end of the day, after high school, we want to teach kids how to become something more than just who they are. And sports is one of those main benefactors that helps people to be something better and to teach them how to be leaders, teach them how to communicate with people, teach them how to work even when it's hard, and to never give up and be forever strong on and off the court. So I think that's definitely what sports has taught me.
And the recipient for the Sportsmanship Award is Jordan Crowell.
Congratulations, Jordan. Well, there you have it. By the way, all the photos are in the back there as well, too, so if you missed out on a few, don't worry about it. Well, there you have it. The nominees, the winners. What do you say? Big congratulations to everybody tonight. Absolutely. On behalf of Youth Central, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who is involved in coming out today and supporting this unique and amazing program. You should be very, very proud of yourselves for being here. Thank you also to the Calgary Fiddlers, Versa Punjab Da, our hip-hop dancers, photographer Candace Ward, Shaw TV, as well as the Zoo staff. You were all fantastic. Also, Would like to thank our award sponsors who are truly amazing. The Calgary 2012, Rogers, the Rotary Club of Calgary East, RBC, TD Canada Trust, and a very special thank you to ConocoPhillips Canada. This program would not be possible without their amazing support. Ladies and gentlemen, as they say, that concludes the 2012 ConocoPhillips Youth of Distinction Awards. My name is Phoenix. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the Penguins. Enjoy everybody else. And we'll talk to you next year. Thank you.